the brush. Get the job done myself because it's cost efficient. Listen close, shit, I could teach a lesson. 2 guns, use both hands like I'm ambidextrous. Fuck it, don't need it, you never been a threat. Never been no hater, that shit, they ain't in my DNA. Player made, all gang nigga, I got some player ways. Elevate, then once the hate start to come from like airways. That shit crazy when you look back on it. Only wish them the best, then they turn they bag on it. Slide on them niggas, yeah. It's gonna be a homicide if them niggas keep playing. Yeah, 762 by 39 and that 47 boy, I'm ready. Want this shit more than the air that I breathe, you don't understand it. Ready to slide on them niggas, yeah.
Hey man, he said he wanted more than the air that he breathed.
Feel me?
It's gonna be a homicide if them niggas keep playing. Come down to it, then fuck it, I guess we masking up. Excuse me if I flex one time. I swear I came from nothing, niggas in my city start hating. But the crazy part is I wanted that nigga from my city to make it. I can't fake the funk. No, we can't.
Most of the time, support is hard to find.
It is.
Where you come from.
It is. That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst.
Front door service, I'm like a Uber driver. Say she got some wet ass pussy, well I'm a scuba diver. And I'm probably about to dive in her. Fucking with the gang, I swear we slide. And it slide on them niggas, yeah. It's gonna be a homicide if them niggas keep playing. Yeah, 762 by 39 and that 47 boy, I'm ready. Want this shit more than the air that I breathe, you don't understand. It's ready to slide on them niggas, yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be a homicide if them niggas keep playing. Front door service, I'm like a Uber driver. Say she got some wet ass pussy, well I'm a scuba diver. And I'm probably about to dive in her. Fucking with the gang, I swear we sliding.
Y'all know what it is, man. We're back with another episode of the DaddyhoggTV podcast where we looking to motivate and inspire and uplift you guys.
Yeah.
We trying to change some lives out here for real, man. Provide true inspiration from real life people just like you. Talking to you, the one that's watching, man. We here today with another special guest, one of the hottest up and coming artists out of Arkansas, Don Sinatra,
Man,
my brother.
Good.
Yes, Lord.
What's up, man? I'm glad to be here, man. It's a pleasure. We've been saying we was gonna get this together. We finally got it together, though.
Yeah, man, for sure. If y'all could only understand the behind the scenes, we all stay busy, man, but you got to stay focused as well, right? So we was able to make it happen. I appreciate it. For the people that don't know, man, you know, they get to hear the music. They get to see the visuals.
Yeah.
What was it like? Take us back as far back as you can remember. What was it like growing up being Don Sinatra?
Man, I mean, you know how it is growing up, how we grew up and where we come from. But for me, man, I was always pretty much outside of sports or whatever. I was a loner, man. I was just to myself, really doing music. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with 3 sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I was never really home, really just with my cousins, VA. You know what I'm saying? Free VA, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Just really chill. I did a lot of the normal kid stuff, you know what I'm saying? You might, normal stuff like that.
Right.
You know, got into a little bull, you know what I'm saying, how it is, you know.
So you say you was in sports. What type of sports did you like?
Yeah, I was a football guy, man. Football guy myself. Big football guy, yeah. I played basketball, but like I said, it was just my partners and I just, you know what I'm saying, something to do to keep myself out of trouble.
Right.
So when football season went over with, you know what I'm saying, I ain't want to take myself down the wrong road. So I was like, okay, let me just play basketball to give myself some time to do other stuff instead of being, you know what I'm saying, in the wrong crowd or whatever.
I definitely respect it, man, because that's one thing with myself even. I use sports, you know, to kind of help fill some of the voids I had in life, whether it was the pain for the hard times or, you know, glorifying the happy times that I was able to be a part of in life. Sports always played a very important part.
And you was hard. And you was hard.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Don't nobody want that cross, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you hear me? I'm talking, the boy was nice. You feel me?
No, but so as far as growing up, you say you was into sports. At what point do you think you was able to like figure it all the way out that music was one of your true passions?
I'm gonna tell you, it started young. I'm gonna say about 11. I was riding my bike through Newtown. And I pulled them. I knew the Lock Boys did music, right? So I'm riding my bike through Newtown. I tell my little cousin, I say, go over there and knock on the door and ask him how much he gonna charge us for a beat. So my little cousin get out the bike, ask him. He tell us a crazy price. I'm like, bro, he tripping.
Right.
But then he was like, nah, just come back tomorrow. Just come back tomorrow. I got you. So I leave school, come back the next day. I'm just sitting in there with him, just watching them record, bro. And really, that's really was cool for me, just watching them niggas record or whatever.
Right.
And he, after so long, he just was like, you know what I'm saying? Just get on the mic and do this. So shout out to Hook, man. So he really put me on my first song. So shout out to Hook Jr. for sure.
Hook Jr. and the Lock Boys, man.
Yeah.
Major shout out for sure.
For sure. Shout out to Lock Boys.
Some of those behind the scenes, the first recording session, this in the rawest form, you know.
Yeah.
We got future artists, inspiring artists that may be watching today. They thinking, man, I tried it the first time, like I had all the rhymes right in my head, I wrote it all down right. Like, what was that like for you?
Man, so for me, it was easier because even before I did my first song, I was always just writing music or just, like I said earlier, I was a loner. Like I really didn't, I was practicing anyway because I really enjoyed doing it.
Right.
So when he was finally like, you know what I'm saying, just going to get on the song, whatever, it was kind of, it was nerve wracking because, you know what I'm saying, you with somebody older than you that's been doing the music, so you don't want to be like a rookie or whatever, because I'm competitive. So if they in there doing the music and just going and going, I'm gonna have to do
like,
that.
Oh man, they hard.
You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? So if they hard, I gotta be hard because I don't want to be the eyeball or whatever. You feel me? So
definitely,
yeah. So it was kind of easy for me, but for most people, if you doing it and you really love doing it, it don't even really matter because after you do it, the nerves gonna go away. It's kind of like a football, basketball game. You put on your shoes, you put on your helmet. It's nerve wracking, the crowd out there. But after the first play or whatever, the first quarter, you good. You settled in.
I can definitely relate to that, man. For some of y'all that may or may not know, even with like as simple as doing the podcast, right?
Yeah.
For me, I know the message that we're trying to spread and what we're trying to get across, what we're trying to help people with. I never really thought of myself as being the person that would do it. So being on the outside looking in, it was like, damn, I'm going to pull this off, right?
Yeah.
And then, like you say, you become a part of it, and it's like, man, it's so much passion behind the art of trying to really get this message out and not only help people within the state, the cities, but also help, you know, people not want to give up on their dreams, their goals, the day-to-days. So for me, like you say, as the podcasts go longer, I guess you could say, we create more episodes, it get easier.
You
know, so one thing we want to motivate y'all to do and to say, man, is don't give up.
Nah.
All right, don't try one time and you get one negative comment or you get, you know, one bad phone call and you like, nah, it ain't
it's
for me
over.
no
I don't
more.
want to do it. It's over. It's over. I don't want to
Yeah.
do it no more. Nah.
Yeah. That's
That
the
ain't
easy route.
And like we was talking off camera, like we was talking, you in order to get to 100, you got to go through 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know what I'm saying.
Definitely.
And wherever you do, whatever you do in life, it's gonna be people that don't agree with you or don't like it or whatever. But if you do anything to please everybody, you will never be able to do anything anyway, because you can't please everybody.
Now with that, you brought up an interesting thing, because I know with this music, you heard the hatred.
For sure.
I know you
for
heard
sure.
it. I know you seen
Still
it. You
here.
know what I mean? Still here,
still
man.
here.
It's gonna be a part of it. But I know, at least for me, and I'll let you expound on how you feel about it. Like for me, I use it more as motivation and instead of getting discouraged by it. Like I see it, I appreciate it, because some of those things we actually can grow from and be, you know, better from and become better from. But the day-to-day haters, right?
Yeah.
They there every day, and it's
Every
like,
day.
man, do you not understand we're not giving up? You know what I mean?
Soon they'll realize it.
Yeah.
It's either you gonna get on board or you just gonna be another viewer.
Right.
Because for you to hate it, you got to see it.
Right.
So keep watching, keep hating. But I'm gonna tell you, even the music, the podcast, or whatever you do, you got to be able to take the hate and you got to be able to use it as constructive criticism. So even if you take the hate and somebody was like, I don't like this song, I don't like the way he do this on this song, I don't like this type of context. So even with me, so if people say like, okay, I don't like this type of context, I don't like this type of music, so I go back and be like, okay, let me make something, like let me do something, because I'm doing the music for my personal pleasure anyway, because I love doing music. Right. So if somebody's like, okay, I don't like this type of music, okay, so let me make something you like. Yeah. Let me get you, and if I don't, cool, but I'm trying. You feel me? Because I'm not gonna stop making the music anyway. You feel me?
So when you cooking up, you know, nowadays, man, I hear a lot of these rappers out here talking about they coming off the top. What's your process? What Don Sinatra process look like when he creating a song?
Man, it really depends. It's a mood thing. So for like if I'm finna work on like album material, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna listen to different beats, and when I find the one that's I'm like, okay, I can do this, then I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it a few times, and then just catch a vibe to it.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm feeling, I'm gonna look for the beat for the way I'm feeling at the moment.
Right.
That way the music is pure and it's raw and it's for real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that I sit there and freestyle every song. I probably done it. I done it on a few, but
man,
for the most part,
I appreciate you for keeping it real. Cause I'm gonna just say, like, you know, I know it's a lot of people out here talented, but for me, I'm thinking like, damn, if they coming off the top of the head with all of these, they raw.
Yeah, they raw.
Come on, man.
And then, but sometimes I do like like punch in, like if you could record, and I'm gonna record whatever I can think of, and then stop and be like, okay, do it again. Let me come on, catch that. Let me do this. So I can do that too. But for the most part, I really want you to listen to what I'm talking about and listen to the music. So I'm writing it down so I can say it the way I want to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Deep process, man. So they understand the context. Yeah. And that's what music really about to me. When I listen to music, man, it's if you can't catch me with the words, all my producers, all my beat makers out there, please don't take it the wrong way.
Right.
It's just for me in particular.
Right.
I gotta hear the words, man.
For sure.
If the words can't sell me, it's no beat that can get me hyped enough.
It got to be context into it. It got to be context, and that's why I like to just really take my time and just really put the words together. Yeah,
most definitely. So we talked a little bit about the childhood and coming up as Don Sinatra, and you was able to you say meet the Lock Boys at 11 years old.
Yep.
Find some of your inspiration there, but years later pass and you like, okay, the Lock Boys. Now you solo Don Sinatra.
Right.
What kept the inspiration for you to continue on to do the music?
Like I said earlier, it was just I really enjoyed doing music. I really love doing music, and then from 11 to now, it's like you go through things in life, so and you see things in life, and then it's just that it's more to talk about. Go places, you meet different people, you go through different things, and then you just put it into the music, or whatever like that. So. Yeah, and then it's a big part. Shout out to Killer, man, because he play a big part too. Because a lot of times I get so caught up in. I'm a perfectionist, so if it was left up to me, I probably wouldn't have songs put out right now because I'd still be working on it. You feel me? It never sound good enough. Even the music that like we got the slide that did 20,000 streams. That song probably would have never came out.
Hold up. You said 20,000?
20,000 Spotify. Go listen to Slide, man. The song we started off with, 20,000 streams on Spotify.
The link would definitely be in the subscription.
For sure.
Description.
Yep. Okay. So without him, my music probably still be sitting in the vault. You feel me? So yeah, shout out to Killer.
Some of your biggest hits.
Yeah.
And when you say Killer, man, for the people that may not know, who is Killer?
Man, shout out DaddyHoggTV, big brother, man, for sure. Me really, and to be honest with you, from working, doing the music with like Hook, and then growing up, being older, doing the music, I really just kind of fell back from recording the music. I still wrote music because, like I said, I enjoyed doing it. But when he came home, him and T, shout out to T, they got a studio and was just like, hey, bro, come over here and, you know what I'm saying, show us how to do this or whatever. So I went over there showing them how to do it. And that's really where the relationship where us came, because I grew up with him anyway, but just on some big brother, little brother type stuff. But then when they started doing the music, it was easy.
That's where you got your refound passion, right?
Right. I'm like, oh, these boys doing music and they sounded good. Shout out Grinchy.
Right.
Killer and Grinchy was doing music. So I was like, man, let me go on and record. Let me get back into it. Let me get back in tune with it. So shout out to them for sure.
Well, being able to link with some of your brothers, like you say, what's some of your hopes for all of y'all with the music? To be able to bring it together, be able to push it as the state.
For sure, yeah. For everybody to do music, do for this to be our thing, and we ain't got to worry about nothing else, doing nothing else.
Right.
It's just doing the music. And because if I make it quote unquote, for sure, the hood coming with me. For sure. That's
a fact, man. I can hear it and see it, not only in your presence, but hear it in your music.
Yeah,
most definitely. You got a lot of passion. One thing I want to get into is we was sharing some conversations, man, off camera, and it was like, we often all go through different things, and a lot of times it's, the people you surround yourself with in life and how you tend to deal with certain situations. So for you, like, was that ever an important part as you feel like it is now? Like growing up, the people you had around you?
See, growing up, like I said earlier, I was pretty much a loner, so it was harder. Like obviously, I still had my homeboys, my friends that I was around, but yeah, for sure, it's the people around you is gonna determine your future. Because one thing I learned was if the people that you got around you is gonna do one or two things: either you gonna rub off on them, or they gonna rub off on you.
Right.
So the people you got around you is definitely a huge part in your success. So make sure the inner circle or your circle of people that you hang with is A1 and want the same things you want, or at least want good out of life.
One of the greatest quoted lines, man, is surround yourself by like-minded people.
Exactly.
That's the key to success.
For
At
sure.
least one of them. We're dropping some game right here with that one.
Listen.
Most
We talking to you. We preaching.
Whatever type of encounters you're trying to get into in life, like you know, especially on the content creator side, it's very easily looked upon in a different facet because everybody like, oh, well, that might be easy to do. Is it easy to make a song?
To make a song?
To make a song.
That's a good question. It's easier to me now because I've been doing it for a while too.
Right.
But to make a song, yeah, it's easier when you really talking about stuff that you really done seen or been through, or you know what I'm saying. You listen to the music, you probably hear a lot of gun bars, doing this like a slide, but it really don't be. I don't really be telling you like I'm ready to slide on a nigga yet. Like I'm finna go out. It's really me saying like, okay, respect this,
right?
Or it can be this, or you know what I'm saying. I ain't just saying I'm out here killer, whatever. You know, I'm not trying to say that, but. It's real music, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, nigga been through things, seen things, done things, or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, for sure. But making music, songs, and and I'm glad you said making songs, like making music, because a lot of people rap.
Right.
But how many people really make good songs, good music? You feel what I'm saying?
And that's what I was trying to get into. Like, you know, you got the difference in between what might sell, and what might be, you know, the more raw content, true to you.
Right.
And we all, you know, do it for entertainment purposes to a certain extent, right? But listening to music, it's like now you got the cap and everybody sliding and everybody pulling up and you be like, oh, okay, so you mean to tell me everybody angry?
Everybody upset all the time. Everybody upset all the time. Nah, it ain't like that. And I heard somebody say one time, you got to know how to turn it on and off.
Right.
I can't go home or I can't be with my girl or my family, my nieces or anything and be a gangster or be a thug or be, I'm not, for what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even that type of person anyway, but I can go there. Yeah. But that ain't me. I'm really chill. I'm really laid back. I'm down to earth. I'm going to speak to everybody. I'm one of the ones that's going to talk to the janitor the same way I talk to the CEO.